You think you know, but do you actually know? What's up, guys? MtgJedi. How are you doing today? We are going to be talking about an absolutely amazing champion in this game today, Ultimate Death Knight, and what I feel is a resurgence in his power level. And before we get into that, I do want to let you know a couple of things. Number one, I guess I'm apologizing for yesterday's video. I had plans to do this today, testing hard dungeons for Fire Knight, but seeing the negative reaction to yesterday's video testing for hard Spider, some people were appreciative of that video, but other people were just like not happy. So I don't know. Tell me why you weren't happy, because people didn't really say in the comments. I don't know whether the music was bothersome or you guys felt it was too clickbaity, but anyway, I'm skipping this one today because it didn't seem like a lot of people were happy with my content yesterday. So I hear you, but let me know why. What was the problem there? I thought it was really valuable. Yes, the title was a little bit clickbaity, but the information was really good in prepping for hard Spider and what my initial strategies are going to be. So anyway, if that sounds appealing to you, check out that video. If that was not appealing to you, just let me know why, and we'll customize the content on the channel for you guys. Thing number two, we do have a sponsor for today's video, and that's going to be HelloFresh. They didn't actually pay me specifically to do this. I'm choosing to do this of my own free will, but if you go and, get HelloFresh stuff, they're going to pay me. So I felt kind of responsible to, I don't know why it says raid on there. Anyway, that's weird. I don't know why it says raid on the HelloFresh sign, but we're playing raid today and the sponsor's HelloFresh, so I guess it works. But I wanted to share this with you guys on YouTube. I already shared it over on Twitch, so for those of you who hang out there, you already know about this. But for the next week, my code is going to be active here. And after actually purchasing this for myself, I just can't skip this. I have to share this with you because if you're in the United States and Canada, I'm not exactly sure where they will ship to, but I know the US. This is too good of a deal to pass up. And honestly, I wish somebody had shared this with me sooner. Okay, so at least for your first order, it is an insane deal. It says 65% off your first meal. Just put an X over that. First order. It's 65% off your first order, okay? And I used my own code when I ordered for my family, and I will just full transparency tell you exactly what happened real quick, okay? So, number one, I paid $65 for 5 dinners that will serve 4 people. It was more than enough food, and it has been delicious. We have had 3 of the meals so far. We had the stuffed... Hold on, let me think. Okay, we had the stuffed meatloaf, we had the pork and rice bowl, and we had the burritos or enchiladas or something like that. It was a very nice Mexican dish, and all 3 were really good. In fact, the meatloaf was probably my favorite meatloaf that I've had in a long time. That's what I had for dinner last night. It was amazingly wonderful. So I'm just telling you, it was $65 for 5 dinners, free shipping, using my code. Whether you continue after that, that is up to you, but this is too good of a deal for me to pass up, so I wanted to share it. No pressure, but those are going to run out. There's only a limited number of spots to use the code, so if you want to try that out, I would try to do that immediately. And if you're watching this after the fact, the code's probably not active, but you can still follow my link and see if it's active. I mean, let me know if you are watching this down the road and you want to try to get a code. Hit me up in Discord. And in Discord, you can also see pictures of the food that I posted because I've just been really enjoying it. So anyway, back to our regularly scheduled program, talking about Ultimate Death Knight here. I know that you guys think you know what his kit does, but I actually think that a lot of people don't know actually what his kit does. So really quick, I want to go over it again, but I also want to mention his base stats are super good. The 20k base HP, the 1421 defense, base resistance, and base accuracy are all super awesome, guys. He has an A1 provoke, which when you're using him against other legendary champions goes to 55%, which is absolutely amazing. And then 65-75% with books. But the nice thing about this champion is he does not need the books. He just gets better if you want to book him. I'm not even 100% sure that I booked him, and I've been using him regularly because I just tend to not look at my books until it's clan versus clan or the day before when I'm making a plan on how I'm going to use my books. This is also a great ability for the Hydra, FYI. Number 2, he has an AoE decrease attack, and then he has a 100% chance with books of putting a fear on the legendaries. Just like, come on, sheesh. So their attack is lowered, and they have a chance to skip their turn. Okay, but I don't think a lot of us realize that the fear is only for legendaries and that it's an 80% chance. Okay, I think most of us know at this point there's the shield and continuous heal, and the shield goes off of his defense, which is absolutely crazy. Now, here's the thing, okay? With his passive, I did not know exactly how it worked. So I think that means a lot of other people don't know either, all right? When an ally is attacked, has a 100% chance of completely blocking one hit. Only one, decreasing the incoming damage to 0. So if you're fighting Ultimate Death Knight, you can attack other champions with multi-hit skills, aka Rhonda, or anyone with a multi-hitter. I kill people all the time protected by Ultimate Death Knight with my Leorius because he has 2 different attacks that are 2 hitters. This champion will receive the damage instead sometimes. We'll talk about that in a minute. It will also redirect any debuffs to hit this champion. So it's like a Necrit ability here, right? You have this ability to protect other champions passively all the time. The chance of blocking a hit and redirecting the debuffs decreases to 50% if the attacker is a boss. I had no idea that text was there, and I was using him last night on stream in a Hydra takeover. It was only for normal Hydra, but like, I actually didn't know that it changed for the boss. So if you're using him in PvE content, you do need to be aware that it's not going to happen all the time, okay? Does not work if the attack on the ally was an AoE attack. I think we all know that part. Whenever an enemy is healed, heals this champion by 20%. I think this is another thing we forget about. Like, if you have regen gear on your team, or a lifesteal, because I still have lifesteal, it makes it really difficult to beat Death Knight, because he's getting these heals. And then if he has masteries, it's increasing the heals, which makes him very, very survivable, okay? And then, here we go. Increases this champion's HP, defense, and speed by 10% for each dead ally. So you need to have him on a team with somebody who can deal damage when other people are dead to fully maximize him. Now, that is difficult. And then he has a defense in all battles aura. So obviously Ultimate Death Knight is amazing, but in 2023, I think that we're just forgetting and missing a couple things, right? So I recently rebuilt an arena team for myself for Gold 3 Tag Arena is the main place that I use it, okay? So let's go in and take a look at that arena team, and I want to talk about why it's so important, okay? Oh, I'm not going to have any real fights because it's earlier in the week. Okay, let's look at Classic Arena, I suppose. And let me see if I can find something relevant. Okay, this is perfect. All right, so here's my team, okay? Yes, there are void legendaries on this team. No, that is not important, okay? This spot for Yumiko, if you have her, obviously use her. Also, it can be Warlord. He's really amazing here as well. But last night when I was doing a coaching session and I recommended this team to someone, they had Georgid and they had Ultimate Death Knight. Obviously, they had Arbiter. But Yumiko, they didn't have, obviously. So what did we use? We used an AoE Provoke champion. Okay? I don't think they had Vizix yet, so we used Umbral Enchantress, but, you know, Molly would be fine. Even an Astral on there for AoE stun. Anyone who's going to control the other team is what we want here, okay? The thing that got me in trouble with this team originally, because I didn't have Ultimate Death Knight in here, I just wanted to build a new speed team because I hadn't been really using it in the arena, okay? So I wanted to build a new speed team. I wanted to use Georgid because I feel like my build is kind of decent on him. And he's an OP champion, and I felt like I was just like leaving him to the side. So, the thing is, I couldn't make the team work without Ultimate Death Knight. And one of the reasons why was Sifi, right? Sifi has the stupid A1 sleep that is so busted, and what would happen is I would put everyone's skills on cooldown, I would like do decreased defense and weaken, and then my Georgid would be asleep. And it was a constant problem because there are Sifis all over the place, especially in Tag Team Arena. When you get up in a gold tag arena, even silver these days, the teams are getting crazy. You're going to see a lot of Sifis. And that A1 sleep is just so tough to beat. But when you put Ultimate Death Knight on the team, he just takes care of it, guys. He just takes care of it, alright? Now, I have not been running my speed team against other speed teams, so I don't actually know if I'm fast enough here, but I think I am. So let's come in here and see if I'm fast enough, and we'll talk about this team in action. I'll show you the builds, and we'll wrap up the video. So you can see my Ultimate Death Knight is in Stone Skin. I do think that that's important. We did go first here by a little margin, okay? They do not have their Sifi going first, which I think is a misplay. Your Sifi should always go first, not your Arbiter. That is my opinion because she puts up the block debuffs, so build your Sifi right. Alright, let's put their skills on cooldown. And you can see my Georgid is protected twice. My Georgid is protected twice. Ultimate Death Knight is crazy slow. He's always going to go last. Arbiter is probably going to get a turn before he does. Now, I can just do this and kill her. And then I can do this and kill them. Now, do you need Georgid here? No. You can put literally any nuker there that you want. I would suggest someone like Genbo, who we all got for free in that spot, would be great, okay? But the point is the Sifi, right? The point is the Sifi and how good it is, okay? Let's see. We can do this with Georgid, absolutely, or Genbo. So a great replacement for Georgid is going to be Genbo because he's going to kill your Leos. So I think that you would want to manual some of these fights like this, but this is another thing that I really didn't have a team to beat. When there's a Leo on the team, I didn't have a team to beat it. Now I'm protected again. I'm going to boost again. And I'm going to kill him. So he's not even a problem. Okay. Then I'm going to kill everybody. Everybody's protected. He has an unkillable buff. We'll put Hex on there. And then we'll protect everybody. And then we will kill her. Okay? And of course, this team runs on full auto. It definitely does. You can come in there and run it on full auto just fine. Another great thing about this is it works well against Mithrala teams. because she is not going to be able to cleanse them. We're going to be able to put their skills on cooldown. We're going to be able to kill the stone skin people. I must not have the AI set to actually make him do his A2, which is weird. But that ended up working out for us because then the stone skin wore off. And that is not an easy team, believe it or not, okay? The Chogger and the Mithrala, okay? So this arena team is really solid, okay? It's really solid. You can just do things and beat teams that you shouldn't be able to beat, right? I don't need to go do 20 more fights. I hope you get the idea. Make sure you ask your questions in the comments. Make sure you tell me your opinion in the comments. And let me know if you use a team similar to this. Now, you're wondering how fast my Arbiter is? The main reason for her boost in speed is this. They're just crappy boots, guys. They're just crappy epic boots that rolled speed. You need to do this on your account immediately, okay? Figure out a Sand Devil team, level up your boots with the Ascension, even if you do nothing else. Do it one time for your Arbiter, or whoever your fastest champion is, Lady Kimmy, Sifi, etc. You need to do this on your account and find the boots that roll speed. You need to. Like 45 plus 12 speed is ridiculous. And then, of course, I have double or triple speed rolls on basically all the pieces. And she's at 379, which is the fastest champion I've ever had before. I could have actually stolen a piece of gear, made her less tanky, and went to 389. So I'm considering doing that, okay? The Georgid is one of the best built damage dealers on my account. He's got 6,700 attack. He's got 289 crit damage. And a big reason for that is these OP gloves. Unfortunately, they rolled defense percent, which is kind of sad. This rolled HP percent, which is kind of sad. And this rolled flat HP, which is kind of sad. But we can still ascend the top row and see if we hit attack, which we did. So I would consider, you know, leveling this up. I'm at least going to do the level 2s because that's easy, okay? And then we can try just real quick and ascend here. I don't really recommend doing your top row. Mostly you want to focus on your gloves, chest, and boots. But for the sake of this, I will show you how they roll. Okay, cool. Now, the Yumiko build is pretty endgame, okay? You can see she's just in a broken set and a speed set and a perception set. But we got crit rate there. We got flat defense. Oh, we did get speed, so I could make her faster. And these boots are pretty OP, so I think I will do that. Let's go ahead and pull the trigger there. So we have another 12 speed boots with my triple accuracy max roll insane immortal boots, okay? Actually, do I have a bigger? No, I do not. Okay. Let's see. And then the other thing that you want to know is obviously the Ultimate Death Knight build. I saved it for last so you would stick around till the end of the video. That helps me out, but I didn't actually do it on purpose. So I'm sorry if you were like, where's the Ultimate Death Knight build? My apologies. I should have done it first. Alright, so you can see he's in 6-piece stone skin. You can see his speed absolutely doesn't matter. And you can also see we have a lot of HP and not just defense. Highly recommend, okay? You want HP and defense. It doesn't really matter if you do HP or you do defense. Either one, I did HP on all of them. And then the top row has just some accuracy, resistance, HP, triple HP, that kind of stuff, okay? So, this build is great for Arena. If you also want to use him in Hydra, just change these boots to speed boots so that he gets some turns, okay? But that's going to be his main 2 spots. If you're mid-game, you might still be using him in a lot of other places. But people have been getting him from shards now. he's still an incredible champion. I would still love to get him on my new free-to-play account. He would actually be insane on my team on the free-to-play account. So he is still good. If you pull him from a shard, he's good. You can empower him. You can put him as a faction guardian, even if you have multiple copies. I told somebody the other day they might build 2 of them, one for Hydra, one for Arena. So anyway, what do you think of Ultimate Death Knight? I know he's been talked about a lot in the past, but I think it was really relevant to make sure that this gets brought up again. Apparently, this is the #1 search on the internet for Raid Shadow Legends, so I want to make sure the content is available for you guys so that you know how I'm using him on my account. Honestly, it was perfect timing. Hopefully, we'll be getting the hard dungeon soon, and we'll be able to jump into that for reals. And until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys later. Also, don't forget HelloFresh. I'll put the link in the comments below.